That was abrupt. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our Monday evening community call. I'm one of your hosts this evening, Robin Blank Muscari, and we get together every Monday night to do all kinds of things. As a community, we give you updates, we do some trainings, we want to give you the news you can use. So I'm thrilled about tonight because I get to learn from our guests who are on tonight to support our onboarding process. We have an amazing team and we are so blessed to have such great talent. And I'm especially grateful for Judy Daniel because she has been a huge contribution to our community in so many ways, and you're going to get to hear tonight. And thank you, Gregory, for all the work you're doing behind the scenes, and thank you, Liz Hodges, for providing these amazing tools that make it easier for everyone. So I'm going to turn things over to you guys, and excited to learn.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Robin, and good evening, everyone. And I'm really excited about this call tonight because the subject is onboarding new customers and distributors. And I believe that this is one of our most important roles and responsibilities that we have. But I think it's also one of the most important skills we need to develop because everybody just doesn't have it. They weren't just born with it. It's kind of a learned skill, but it's a responsibility too. When someone says, okay, I'd like to buy the product, or okay, I'd like to join the team, it's really important you slow down and make sure that they get onboarded. And that's the industry standard term for helping them get started, that they get onboarded properly. And I found that the better job that we do at onboarding people, the better they will do at being a satisfied customer, a successful distributor, and the longer you're going to have those people on your team, maybe on infinitum, because in some companies and some people get involved and they'll be involved for the next 10, 20, 30 years. And this truly, LifeWave is positioned to become a legacy company. And there's going to be those of us in the company now, we're going to be giving our businesses to our children, to our heirs. And that's one of the wonderful things. This is a willable inheritable, business that we're building. So tonight we're going to focus on two very important points of our Live Younger Success System. And the Live Younger Success System is really the result of the collective efforts of a lot of leaders that have come together, sharing their knowledge and experience. And what I found over the years is systems easily duplicate, people do not. So we've worked together to create the Live Younger Success System, and two very important parts that we're going to go over today are two websites. It's the Nitty Gritty Basics that you're going to see, the new, enhanced, and revised, and it's the Live Younger Success System. But before we jump into that, I just want to make a special note and special word of gratitude to Judy Daniel, who has kind of led the charge. She's, behind the scenes, she quietly came to the realization that, God, everybody's asking me all the same questions over and over again. Maybe I should learn how to build a website and put those answers on the website. And thus, Nitty Gritty was born. She didn't come to the team with web designing skills, but she has a lot of network marketing background. She has a lot of educational experience. And those things enabled her on her first pass to create two very, very valuable websites, Nitty Gritty 101 and Nitty Gritty Basics. And from those two websites, we were able to work together, Judy and I, along with another third member of the team that joined us, Liz Hodges, to create the Live Younger Success, which kind of now is, our new distributor education and training site. And she has recently taken it upon herself to upgrade and enhance Nitty Gritty Basics to be the new customer education site. So Judy, if you want to jump on and just share a little from your heart on this another wonderful creation of yours. And whenever you'd like, I'll bring it up on the screen.
All right, Gregory. Well, let's bring it up on the screen.
Okay, let's do that. Hold on just a second. And
I love how excited we get about websites and training and helping people be successful.
Oh, yes, truly. So let's see. We're recording and we're going to share our screen. And here it is.
All right. So you will recognize this is indeed on the GoDaddy platform, which was perfect for my getting started designing a website. Thank goodness Liz has the skills to take the content that's really your content, Gregory, and move it up to the WordPress platform. So some of you may not know why it's called Nitty Gritty. Our team called ourselves, we called ourselves the Nitty Gritty team long before the websites, because we were all about just give us the nitty gritty. We don't want the frills, just the basic, quickest, hence the nitty gritty. So here we have what used to be nitty gritty basics for distributors and for customers, now turned over to a warm welcome to our customers. I put down the live long, live well with David Schmidt's words there. If you scroll down, Gregory, I included some information about an evidence-based company, which I thought customers would like to know about. Just a few things. And then if we go back to the top, we can click here to get started.
Oh, how nice. Look at that. Beautiful. Let's do that.
All right, let's do that. And that takes them right to what customers I feel want to know right away. Give me a few tips. Pets and patches, you will recognize this content. And for some customers, they might not be aware that the menu bar is in the top left-hand corner. So I let them know about that. It's 3 parallel lines, a hamburger sign. So if you click on that, we'll see the drop-down menu here. And we have patch tips and more, videos, a little bit about X49, patching protocols. And I feel the more education we can give to our customers, the longer they will commit to using it. You know, we're in a real fast society. So education is our key. And so that's why I included stem cells and the GHK copper peptide. I kept that there. Mm-hmm. I turned the webinars, I consolidated it to just what works for a customer. No distributor links or anything. And then preferred customers, because this is not for a retail customer, this section. Useful information, patch samples explained. I think I'll change that to your or free patch samples explained, and their back office. So that's basic. But for the getting started, I took them right to the patch tips and more, just to the nitty gritty of it all. Now, what I would like to preface this with is an experience I had today in our little town. I needed something from the hardware store. So down I went. We have 2 hardware stores in the 5,000 person town on a good day, both across from one another. Basically the same price. I always go to, I'm not going to name it, to this one particular hardware store over the other. Why? The people who are working there, whether they're stocking an aisle or something, they always say, hey, how are you? How are you doing? Need any help? They go out of their way with customer service. They're friendly, they care, they love the company, they love what they're doing, and it's contagious. If I wanted an anonymous experience, I could order online or go to the hardware store across the street, where there are lots of people bustling around, being very busy about their job, forgetting that the customer is the number one important thing. When you walk through the store, you are why they are doing what they're doing. So I thought, well, maybe it's just me. Maybe I just like to have that personal connection whenever I can in this world that's becoming increasingly anonymous in many ways. So I started checking it out. And friends of all ages which one do you go to and why? And sure enough, I would say about 80% of these people go to the same hardware store that I do for that personal, going out of their way to just make sure you have what you have, you're satisfied. And it's exactly the same thing with our Live Younger, our LifeWave customers, as we bring them into Live Younger and specifically introduce them to this website. Could we click on the menu bar again, please, Gregory?
Sure.
Even though I do like that young gal in the sunshine. So rather than just giving them the website and say, hey, you can go check it all out there, I love to give them the introduction that I just did. And sometimes I say, you know, you're really going to like, so choose something, Gregory. You're a brand new customer. So we've got X49, how you put the patches on, what GHK copper peptide, useful information. What would you like to, what catches your attention?
Well, you know, you talked a lot about the copper peptide. I'm real curious how that keys into, you know, activate my stem cells. So I'll click on that.
All right. So I go with them. And we want to give above average, exemplary, not to be matched customer service. That's what we're compensated for at the financial level, but at the heart level, the compensation far exceeds that. That's where the wealth is. So Gregory, so here we are. So what are stem cells? These are just lovely little slides. We can scroll down. Sometimes I slow down, read some, and often I tell my story because remember, we're paid for telling stories. I say, you know what, before LifeWave, I had no ideas that the stem cells age. If you can just scroll up a little bit, the other direction, right there. Perfect. And if you move your cursor over to the right, I think it reappear. Thank you. You're such a good customer, Gregory Mascari. I'm very impressed. Good thing I sponsored you. So I just tell my story, and that's how I invite you to bring your customer to nitty-gritty basics. When you're taking them through it, you're telling a story. So before I ordered my X39 patch, I had no idea that my stem cells were aging. I didn't know that they slowed down and fewer growth factors. And eventually I did not know that. I did not think about the stem cells and so I just let them know my experience when I was brand new. So, you know, you don't want to come across as though you know it all, et cetera. You want to be with them where they are. And that's what I do throughout it all, Gregory. And that's the main thing I want to share with everybody is just don't give them the website, invite them to join you in the website. Is there anything else you would like me to talk about specifically? Because I think, well, is there?
I just want to say what a beautiful artistic eye you have. This is just a beautiful looking website. I love the slides you've selected. You know, they're inviting, they're not overly complicated. You know, they tell a story. You know, there's just so much good information just right here, you know, with printed information along with visuals. So hurrah.
And we don't want to forget the benefits. And I'll tell you, I created this for one of my dear friends, a distributor who could not comprehend what stem cells were. She hadn't thought it through. I tried. I did everything I could. And finally, I put those slides up and she got it. Beautiful. And then if you scroll down one more, you can take them to more benefits. And, you know, just point form and talk it through. And remember, until a customer is educated, you never get fully educated, but you get on the journey of interest, of educating and diving into David Schmidt's videos. Oh, the last thing, Gregory, if you can go to the menu bar, please. Under the videos. Thank you. So how LifeWave patches work, in case they hadn't seen that, how to patch using the X39, the LifeWave testimonials. And here we have what you and Robin worked on with Liz, where David Schmidt describes the benefits of each single patch. So we have that right there. And then Q&A with David Schmidt. The sooner we can get customers tuned into the essence of David Schmidt, the better result, the longer they will use the patches, and thus the greater benefits. And that's what we're all about. So thank you, Gregory.
You know, Judy, I just wanted to share with everyone a story, an experience I had that goes right along with what you're saying. And a number of years ago, when I was vice president of sales of an anti-aging nutrition company, okay? So we're selling the same storyline, but using nutraceutical nutritional products. And we actually hired an outside marketing research firm to come in and determine why some customers stayed with us and some left. And they interviewed both of them. And they came back with a long list of things we could do to improve retention. The two things that were more important than the other 9, I think there was 11 items on the list, but 2 of them outshined all the rest combined. And the first one was they needed to feel connected with the person that enrolled them and the company. They had a relationship just like you and your hardware store, okay?
Yes.
Okay. And number 2, they understood the science behind our products, behind those products. And that's exactly what we have here. We have a breakthrough in, it's a paradigm shift in wellness. And when people get what they have, when the penny drops, they're going to go, oh my, why would I ever stop using these products? And I helped start that company back in 1999. And I know that some of the people that came on back then are still to this day using those products because they work. And so, that just kind of, and David Schmidt needs to become everybody's health buddy, our trusted source for wisdom and knowledge in wellness. So fabulous job, Judy. I love what you've created here. It's just beautiful, warm colors and welcome. And, you've done another spectacular job.
Oh, I'm so glad you're pleased. That makes me happy. And thank you for all the work that you have done to bring Live Younger success to reality.
Well, my pleasure and joy. So now I'm going to shift and talk a little bit about Live Younger success.
I want to say
thank you. Robin, jump right in, please.
Well, to me, I'm so excited about this for customers and distributors, because what Gregory said is so true. When people understand the value of what we have, it's like we don't always know that vitamin C is doing something, but we believe it. And the education builds the belief, and the belief creates the retention. And so people really understanding, and I love it. I waited for tonight. I held on to wait, and I'm loving this, Judy. So this is a massive contribution for our community. Yeah, and I recommend everyone, all distributors, go through everything on here. Be a happy clicker, because this will make it easier for you to direct your customers and distributors to get the information very, very easily. And what a gift, what a gift. So I just wanted to say thank you. That's all.
Thank you, Robin. And as we know, it's the nitty gritty, right?
Love it.
Bye.
All right. Okay, and just along the line what Robin was saying, the more each and every distributor better understands the foundational science. You don't have to be a David Schmidt, but you need to understand the basics so you can convey them. And when you point someone to the website, you can walk through it, and it's not the first time you saw it. So, be a happy clicker. So now I'm going to shift over and talk about our Live Younger Success website, which is the way we get new distributors started. And we've made some substantial changes. And, thanks to many people, and especially Connie Lucas, came up with an idea. She's working with some new industry professionals, says, this is all great information, but there's a little too much too fast. And so what we realized is what we really just needed to do is just give people a simple 1, 2, 3 steps. So now when somebody goes to Live Younger Success, getting started is as easy as 1, 2, 3. If you're new to LifeWave, click here. And those 1, 2, 3 is step 1. It's the LifeWave In Touch app. Download the app, watch 2 tutorials, practice with your sponsor. Step 2 is our daily method of operation. Use In Touch app, offer samples, follow up, and training and support. Schedule a planning session, weekly Zooms and newsletters. So somebody can click on any one of these, or they can click here where, probably many people, let me just say, some people may read it and say, getting started is easy. If you're new to LifeWave, click here. And when you direct someone here, tell them to go there. Say, go to Live Younger Success, click on the button on the homepage. It says, click here if you're new to LifeWave. If they click here, it's going to take them to the 1, 2, 3 go page. And the only thing that's on this page is step 1, download the free LifeWave In Touch app. Step 2, our simple daily method of operation. And Liz did this really cool little notepad here to liveyoungersuccess.com. Connect, pique their interest, send a video, get an alert, and follow up. And that's our 5-step daily method of operation. And in truth, if someone would just download the app, learn to use it, send a sample to your sponsor. That's one of the things we say, practice sending a sample to your sponsor, because that gives them the experience and it gives you the knowledge that they've actually downloaded it and they're beginning to learn to use it. And so that number 2 is our simple daily method of operation. Number 3, we encourage people to plug into trainings and communication. And you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And one of the first things every new distributor should do is schedule a personal planning session with your upline sponsor or mentor right away. Okay. Because, the person most skilled to do the planning session might not be their sponsor, because if I just signed up Judy today and she signed up David tomorrow, maybe she's not ready to do a planning session, but I'm going to make sure she knows that needs to happen with all of her new people. And then we divided up, the Live Younger team communications and webinars are all listed here. And the LifeWave corporate communications and webinars are all listed here. And if people just plug into our success system, plug into our trainings, plug into their upline, plug into our communications, they have a pretty good chance of success. And then we realize, okay, well now, maybe with that being said, maybe people want to learn more. And if they learn more, it's going to take them, if you scroll back up to the top here, you see in the Getting Started tab, there's a 1, 2, 3 go, there's a Learn More page, and there's a videos to help you start your business. So down at the bottom here, after step 3, if they click here to learn more, it's going to take them to page 2 in the Getting Started section. And on this page, you're going to find step 4, 5, 6, and 7. Explore your personal websites in your back office, jumpstart your business, successful sampling tips, and the Getting Started guidebook and video. So one of the things I'm also want to let you know that simultaneous with this, parallel with this, we created a new Getting Started, or we upgraded our Getting Started checklist. And I'm going to stop my share for a moment so I can start it again. And now I'm going to share my whole screen. So I'm proud to tell you and happy to tell you that now the Quick Start checklist is identical in content and sequence to the website. So the website is step 1, 2, 3. And over here, you look at the Getting Started checklist, it's 1, 2, 3. It's the same exact content, because maybe you're going to be working with somebody and training them and not using a computer. So you can print a copy of this out. And if you go to, page 2, where it says click here to learn more, this is going to pop up step 4, 5, and 6. And if you go to page 2 on the Getting Started checklist, oh, how about that? It's the same 4, 5, and 6. Now, we don't have hot links to the videos on the PDF because it's pretty hard to link a piece of paper if you printed it out. But the key is we want to have the same getting started formula that people can do it online or in print. So I encourage you all to just go through the process yourself. And more importantly, every time you start a new distributor, walk them through initially these first 3 steps. Now, we were really tempted to say on step 1, 2, 3, your first 24 hours, and on steps 4, 5, and 6, and 7, say in your first 7 days. And that might be the way it works out, and we might make that change, but we don't want to overwhelm people, but we want to give them the basics. We want them to learn to explore their website. Okay, step 4. You know, Robin and I did this wonderful video. It's a little bit longer. It's about 30 minutes long, but we did that for LifeWave Connect, and it was simultaneously broadcast in 10 languages. We're very excited about that. But, you know, they can hear Robin and I giving some of our personal experience and witness, at the same time walking through these same basic skills that are necessary to get the business going. You know, we move sampling into its own little place here, successful sampling tips, because a lot of people sample, but a lot of people are just using the video successfully without sampling, especially when you're doing long distance, because mailing somebody samples long distance can slow the process down. If they're locally, you may choose to integrate sampling in some of the fastest growing groups in the company. And we say that here, this is a powerful, proven process. And many of LifeWave's most successful leaders and teams engage and enroll customers and distributors using samples. But most of that, it's done with people that are local. Some is done mailing. So that's your choice. And then we've got the Getting Started Guidebook, which is still a foundational, you know, this Getting Started Guidebook is really like MLM 101. It's a couple of steps deeper than the Getting Started checklist. Some people will enjoy having that. Other people have been around network marketing for a number of years in a number of companies. This is going to be a refresher course, but it's there. People can click here to download it. They can watch me doing a walkthrough of the guidebook. Now that we have a new Getting Started checklist, we're going to be updating the Getting Started guidebook, and we'll be doing a re-recording within the next 30 days or so. But the fundamentals don't change. It's like in football, passing, blocking, tackling, and catching. You know, the fundamentals don't change. And so this is a really good foundation, but it's for people that want to dig a little deeper. So that's really what we've come up with. I'm very excited that we've, you know, been able to pull this all together. It's been a labor of love. And again, I want to thank Liz Hodges, who, you know, took all this content that Judy and I have collectively created and moved it into the new format in a WordPress environment that brought a, you know, a little bit, you know, sexier look, if you will. So that was a mouthful. So I don't know if Judy or Robin, you have any final comments, and if not, we'll move on to some of the last few things on our agenda today.
I love it. I love it. And what I want to do is say thank you to each of you, because the community has made a lot of contributions. You know, Connie says we need to simplify things. Judy took it upon herself to create the site to begin with. And Liz, God bless you. But you know, several other people, when you go through these sites, if you have ideas, I know that the team behind the scene, you know, Judy, Liz, and Gregory are very, very open and receptive. If you have ideas, because I saw an idea that I have, and I know we're a community and we so appreciate your input. If you see something that can make it even simpler and easier to use for you and your team, please let us know. And I just want to thank you.
And I wanted to echo what Robin said in a different way, to give acknowledgement to David Itka. Without his enthusiasm, nitty gritty 101, it would not be here at all. Big thanks to Zena Locke. She was my inspiration along with her beautiful husband who has left planet Earth. You know, Michael, he was always saying, when are we getting a website? The list goes on. Patty, I don't want to name the names because then I'll leave somebody out, but Patty Levesque, and Dr. Sarah Glenn. They both offered a lot of content and input. The list just goes on and on, but especially for David Itkow, because without his knowledge of network marketing and his refining of what I said and his, David and his enthusiasm, we might not have had it. And once again, all of it comes back to you, to Gregory, to Robin, for your teamwork, your heart, and your knowledge of network marketing, and your ongoing kindness and patience and skill for creating systems. Thank you.
Great. Well, thank you, Judy. Thank you, everyone who's participated in this collective wisdom and collective work. So real quick, I'm going to bring my screen share back up, and we're going to zip through a few other items that are on our newsletter agenda. And the new checklist is downloadable from the website, or it's also in the newsletter. You can click on, and it's also in the Facebook group, the Live Younger Facebook group. So you can click and download. I encourage everyone to download and print a copy or a few copies of that, and just become familiar with that new flow. Because again, it's the exact same flow that's in the website. Quick note that the free IceWave promotion still goes on till May 1st. Okay, so you buy $200 worth of product, you get a free IceWave. And I know that Robin, do you want to comment what people are doing in order to meet the $200 mark?
Yes, I'm going to recommend next time they say $199, because 2x39s or 2x49s isn't going to cut it. It has to be $200 before tax and shipping. And so you can go into the store, into the tools section, and buy the little sample packets for X39, which are great to have for $5.95. So you're not spending a lot of money, but you get over the $200 mark. And when you go to checkout is when the IceWave is going to show up. It has to be over $200 or over, and that IceWave automatically shows up. I didn't tell Gregory this, I just got several orders in today, and I got a whole bunch of IceWaves, and I was very happy because we're going on a trip soon and we got to take a bunch with us.
We need IceWave because it's going to be so hot down there.
Yeah, there you go.
But you could also buy a 10-pack of the trifold X39 flyers for $3.50 and pop you right over the top.
Exactly. Thank you. I don't think everyone's really explored everything in the store. And I know the company's going to be adding a bunch of swag in the near future, but there's a few things in there you might want to have around, some brochures, some catalogs, nice to have for trade shows and things. Yep. Okay.
And this is a very timely replay because David's talking about X39 and IceWave, and that's what most people are ordering to take advantage of this free product. I just want to remind and invite everyone to join us. Every Monday morning's better than the last one. And that's why, we really call it the Monday Morning Miracle Call, because we have so many amazing stories. And God bless everyone. We're really very compliant. Rarely does a disease name get used, but there's a lot of symptoms being addressed. So, please join us. And
some people call it the Monday Morning Believe It or Not call.
We used to call it that. Yeah. It's like, David's Believe It or Not call. Anyway, tomorrow night, LifeWave X39 intro with our dear friend and Dr. Tom Acklin, MD. So that's a great Zoom for guests. So you definitely want to invite guests to that, but it's great for us distributors too. Thursday morning, we have our 30-minute of business training. We don't have our topic for Thursday morning yet. Sometimes that incubates out of our Wednesday morning director's call. And so inviting all of you to break on through. And when you're a director, you can join us on Wednesday mornings for our Wednesday morning director mastermind call. But we always have plenty of juicy topics to discuss. And we always find a good one to share with folks on Thursday morning. No Vibrant Living story contest this week.
Wait a second, honey.
What?
Look what you skipped.
Oh, I skipped right. Oh, I'm so sorry. Go for it.
I was going to ask you to go for it.
Okay. So 30 minutes of wisdom, Robin's incredible contribution, another one of Robin's many incredible contributions to our community and opportunity, is going on pause. The days are getting longer. We're able to get out a little more. We've been hunkered down in sub-freezing and sometimes sub-zero weather for long enough. The sun's shining, and so we're putting the 30 minutes of wisdom on every other Friday, is going on pause for a while.
Should I
So,
tell them, should I tell them what you tell me for Fridays in the summer?
yeah, we don't work Fridays. It's a 4-day work week in the summer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We go away from the house to work. We're working wherever we go. We're always contacting people. So we're always working, and we're always creating tax deductible expenses. Okay. So we love this business.
So do use the YouTube channel. If you go to the playlist and go to Friday morning, 30 minutes of wisdom, there's lots of content there. If you haven't seen it, if you have seen it, there might be some to refresh and share it with your people.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. And I'm sorry, no, the new checklist is not in Spanish yet. And if there's anybody out there that's willing to help me convert it to Spanish, I'd be delighted to work with you on that. So Vibrant Living, we're not doing a spin the contest this week. I guess we're holding over for next week. Next week, actually, we'll be in an airplane. Oh, no, that's this week.
No.
Okay, right.
Okay.
Okay,
Be available.
great. Annual convention, we've talked about that. The discount is over, but we're still encouraging all your new members that are coming on board to get registered, and everyone to get registered. So just jumping around, good to know. The good to know is now we have 2 websites, one for new customers, one for new distributors. And one for new distributors isn't just for new distributors, it's for all distributors, and it's just a lot of valuable information in there. So I think that kind of brings us to a close here tonight, Robin. So I'll pass the final words over to you.
Final words. So the final words are, we're in an airplane on Thursday, and we're going to see a lot of you. We have a dinner date with a lot of you, about 50 of you on Thursday night. And I want to, congratulate and acknowledge our team, because 100 people earned this trip. And it's all for the entire North America, and 25 are from the Live Younger community. There might be more from other parts of the community that aren't as active as you guys are. And we are thrilled to get to be with you in person and spend quality time with you. So it's going to be a really fun time and a time to connect. And so we have I hope everyone's on our WhatsApp group that is going to be in Mexico. If you're not, reach out to me and we'll get you on there, because we want to communicate with you and let you know where we are, what we're up to, so people can find each other, ask questions. And, when you find a hot spot, check this out. So Emily is already in Mexico. She's getting the lay of the land. She's finding all the good spots now. And so we have a dinner date on Thursday night, everybody, and excited to see you. Yay.
All right. Adios.
Hasta la vista.
Bye-bye.
Bye.